Think Stoicism is all about calm and control? Think again. There's a dark side they don't want you to see. Welcome to Stoic Blueprint, where we peel back the polished surface of Stoic philosophy to reveal its hidden truths. You've heard the hype. Marcus Aurelius mastering his mind, Seneca facing death with a smirk. But what about the Stoicism dark side, the secrets that don't make it to the motivational posters? Today we're exposing the cracks in this ancient wisdom, the emotional costs, the brutal realities and the paradoxes that'll make you question everything. From suppressed feelings to impossible standards, this is the unfiltered Stoic story. 15 raw lessons you won't find in the feel-good quotes. I've spent years dissecting Stoic texts and living these principles, and trust me, there's more to it than inner peace. Stick around to the end for a truth that could change how you see Stoicism forever. If you're ready for Stoic Blueprint lessons that hit hard, smash that like button and subscribe. Now let's dive into the shadows together. The myth of emotional invincibility. Stoicism promises emotional armor, but what if it leaves you numb instead? Stoicism's big sell is control over your emotions, a shield against life's chaos. But here's one of the hidden flaws of Stoicism. It can trick you into thinking you're invincible when you're just disconnected. The Stoics preached apatheia, freedom from passion, but push it too far, and you risk losing what makes you human. Take John, a modern tech exec I know. He embraced Stoicism to handle stress, bottling every feeling until his wife left him, saying he'd become a robot. The Stoicism dark side isn't just mastering pain, it's the danger of forgetting joy. Seneca warned, "No man can live happily who regards himself alone." Yet the philosophy sometimes pulls you into an emotional fortress. It's a trade-off, resilience at the cost of connection. Are you ready to pay that price? The tyranny of self-discipline. Discipline sounds noble until it locks you in a cage. Secret number 2. Stoicism's greatest virtue might be its cruelest trap. Ready for the twist. Self-mastery is Stoicism's crown jewel, but here's a Stoic philosophy secret. It can enslave you. Constantly denying desires or pushing past limits isn't freedom. It's a relentless dictator in your head. Frederick Douglass, the abolitionist, admired Stoic grit, but collapsed under his own unyielding standards, as he confessed in his writings. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. But when your mind becomes a whip, where's the peace?" This Stoic Blueprint lesson hits hard. Discipline can be a tyrant. Curious what's next? Keep listening. The isolation of independence. Stoics stand alone, but at what cost to their souls? Secret 3's a shocker. Stoicism's independence could leave you stranded. Dare to find out. Rely on yourself. Need no one. That's Stoicism's promise. But the Stoicism dark side whispers a truth. It can isolate you completely. Vincent van Gogh, inspired by Stoic self-reliance, painted alone, wrote alone, and died alone, his letters aching for connection. Epictetus said, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." But when you're too stoic to lean on anyone, who dries those tears? This hidden flaw of Stoicism stings independence can be a lonely throne. Stick around, the suspense builds. The burden of constant virtue. Always be virtuous sounds inspiring until it snaps your spirit. Secret 4's heavier than you think. Stoicism's moral pedestal might bury you alive. Want the chilling proof? Stoicism demands you live every second with unyielding virtue, honest, brave, just. But here's a Stoic philosophy secret. That relentless standard can grind you into dust. Imagine the weight of never slipping, never resting, perfection as a noose. Take Joan of Arc, a historical figure whose Stoic-like resolve drove her to lead armies at 17. She embodied virtue, but the pressure to be France's flawless savior led to burnout and betrayal, burned at the stake, partly because she couldn't falter. The Stoicism dark side doesn't warn you. Constant virtue breeds exhaustion, isolation, even resentment. I felt it myself, pushing to be good until I hated the effort. Seneca wrote, "There is no enjoying the possession of anything valuable unless one has someone to share it with." Yet Stoicism's moral marathon leaves little room for companionship or mercy. The problem? You become a statue, not a person admired but brittle. The solution isn't abandoning virtue but balancing it, allowing flaws without drowning in guilt. At Stoic Blueprint, we face these truths head-on. Virtue's noble, but it's not your jailer. What's the next shadow lurking? Stay tuned. The rejection of grief. Lost someone? Stoicism says move on, but what if that scars you deeper? Secret Five's a tearjerker. Stoicism's cure for sorrow might rip your heart out. Dare to hear the fallout. Stoics teach that grief is a choice, an irrational rebellion against nature. But this hidden flaw of Stoicism hides a brutal cost. Suppressing mourning can fracture your soul. Picture C.S. Lewis, the writer who faced his wife's death in 1960. He tried Stoic reasoning, she's gone, accept it. But his journals, later a grief observed, reveal a man unraveling, guilt-ridden for not weeping enough. The Stoicism Dark Side demands you skip the tears, but humans need them to heal. My friend Sarah tried it too. Lost her brother, swallowed the pain, only to collapse months later, haunted by, what if I'd just cried? Marcus Aurelius said, "What need is there to weep over what cannot be changed?" Logical, yes, but denying grief doesn't erase it. It festers. The problem is clear. Stoicism risks turning you into a stone wall, cracked beneath the surface. The solution? Honor loss with measured mourning, feel it, then release it. This Stoic Blueprint lesson stings, more secrets await. The trap of overthinking. Stoicism loves reason until it locks you in a mental cage. Secret 6 is a brain twister. Stoicism's sharpest tool could drive you mad. Want the mind-blowing catch? Reason is Stoicism's pride, but overdoing it is a trap. This Stoic philosophy secret unveils a nightmare. Endless analysis steals your peace. Think of Virginia Woolf, the literary genius with a Stoic streak. She dissected every emotion with razor-sharp logic, but her diaries show a mind spiraling, overthinking drowned her, leading to her tragic end in 1941. Epictetus warned, "Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views he takes of them." True, but when every setback's a puzzle, you're stuck in a labyrinth of why. I've been there, overanalyzing a breakup until I forgot to live. The Stoicism Dark Side loves this irony. Reason, meant to free you, becomes your warden. The problem? You lose spontaneity, joy, even sleep. The solution lies in limits, use reason, then rest it. Trust your gut sometimes. Suspense is building, don't turn back now. The illusion of control. Control your fate. Stoicism swears until it's a cruel mirage. Secret 7's a gut-wrenching lie. Stoicism's holy grail might be unreachable, ready for the sting. Stoicism promises mastery over what's yours to command. But this hidden flaw of Stoicism bites hard. That control's an illusion when life laughs last. Steve Jobs embodied this Stoic in his focus. He micromanaged his empire and his health, rejecting surgery for willpower until cancer claimed him in 2011. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you." Wise, but what if fate's stronger than your grip? I've seen friends cling to Stoic control, planning every detail only to crumble when chaos struck. The Stoicism Dark Side tempts you to fight the uncontrollable, wasting energy on a ghost. The problem is obsession. The solution is surrender, focus only on what's truly yours. Halfway there, hooked on these Stoic Blueprint lessons. Like and subscribe for the rest. The cost of detachment. Detach from desires sounds liberating until it guts your soul. Secret 8's a slow burn. Stoicism's peace could cost you everything. Want the haunting truth. Stoicism urges you to shed cravings for tranquility. But here's a Stoic philosophy secret. Detachment can hollow you out. Look at Siddhartha Gautama. Before enlightenment as the Buddha, he practiced Stoic-like asceticism, starving himself of desire until he nearly died, realizing it dulled his spirit. Seneca said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live. But if you detach too far, what's left to learn or want?" I've watched a colleague ditch ambition for Stoic calm, only to drift into apathy, regretting lost dreams. The Stoicism Dark Side risks turning you into a spectator of life safe but stagnant. The problem? You lose fire. The solution? Detach selectively, keep some sparks alive. The tensions rising, more shadows loom. The Stoic superiority complex. Stoics rise above until they're smugly looking down. Secret nine's a bitter pill. Stoicism's crown could make you insufferable, dare to peak. Stoicism builds resilience, but it can puff you up. This hidden flaw of Stoicism whispers arrogance. Mastering yourself makes others seem weak. Take Ayn Rand, the philosopher novelist with Stoic leanings. Her self-reliance bred disdain for lesser minds, alienating even allies. Nietzsche nailed it. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Yet Stoics can twist that why into superiority. I've caught myself smirking at friends who vent, thinking I'm above it. The Stoicism dark side breeds judgment, not wisdom. The problem is isolation. The solution is humility. Lift others, don't lord over them. Suspense tightens, keep going. The neglect of joy. Stoicism preaches calm, but where's the damn joy? Secret ten's a soul crusher. Stoicism's stability might steal your laughter, ready for the ache. Stoicism masters pain but sidelines happiness. This Stoic philosophy's secret cuts deep. Joy gets no spotlight. Consider Ernest Hemingway's Stoic in his grit. He endured war and wounds, but his letters reveal a man chasing fleeting highs, frustrated by Stoicism's flatline. Epictetus said, "Demand not that events should happen as you will, but will them to happen as they do." Fine, but where's the thrill? I've felt it nailing Stoic calm but missing euphoria. The Stoicism dark side skips life's peaks, leaving you balanced yet bored. The problem is monotony. The solution is intentional joy. Seek it without clinging. The stakes climb, don't stop now. The risk of fatalism. Accept fate, Stoicism urges, until it freezes you cold. Secret 11's a chilling trap. Stoicism's surrender could doom your fight. Want the shock. Amor fati, love your fate, is Stoicism's anthem. But this hidden flaw of Stoicism lurks. It can paralyze you. Think of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, the theologian resisting Nazis. His Stoic acceptance of suffering wavered. He fought, not folded, because fatalism felt like defeat. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." But over-accepting fate can kill action. I've seen people shrug off abuse, saying, "It's meant to be." The Stoicism dark side risks cowardice masked as peace. The problem is inertia. The solution is defiance. Accept, then act. The Ennea's hold tight. The Stoic mask. Hide your pain. Stoicism's game that might shatter you. Secret 12's a raw wound. Stoicism's tough face could be your undoing, ready to unmask it. Stoics wear composure like armor, but it's a lie. This Stoic philosophy secret bleeds. Faking strength can break you. Winston Churchill, Stoic in wartime, hid his black dog depression publicly unflinching, privately crumbling. Seneca said, "What need is there to show a courage you do not feel?" Yet that mask suffocates. I've smiled through grief, only to crack later. The Stoicism dark side buries pain, not heals it. The problem is pretense. The solution is honesty. Show scars selectively. At Stoic Blueprint, we rip off the disguise. Almost there. The paradox of freedom. Stoicism promises liberty but shackles you tight. Secret 13's a head spinner. Stoicism's freedom might be your cage. Want the twisted end? Discipline frees you. Stoicism claims until it binds you. This hidden flaw of Stoicism twists hard. Its rules can choke. Baruch Spinoza, Stoic influenced, sought liberation through reason, but wrestled with its rigidity, yearning for flexibility. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." But what if mastery is a prison of logic? I felt trapped, over-disciplined, missing chaos's thrill. The Stoicism Dark Side flips freedom into dogma. The problem is restraint. The solution is balance, master. Don't enslave. One secret left: brace yourself. Facing the shadows. Stoicism's dark side isn't the end, it's the real beginning. Final secrets, the deepest cut. Stoicism's flaws could be its salvation, ready for the bombshell. We've torn through 14 shadows: numbness, fatalism, masks. But here's the ultimate Stoic blueprint lesson. These hidden flaws of Stoicism don't destroy it, they forge it. Facing the Stoicism dark side builds a tougher, truer you. Viktor Frankl, surviving Auschwitz with Stoic resolve, said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude." That's the secret. Wrestle the dark, and Stoicism shines. I've lived it, tested it, flaws and all, it's worth it. Love this suspenseful plunge? Like and subscribe to Stoic Blueprint for more.